Gaffer, back to league action Saturday. 3 unbeaten in the league now, so it must feel like important to keep that momentum coming.
Yeah, absolutely. We've done obviously really well recently. 3 really good results in the league. Could have nicked it at the end last week, but I think I know we've got over that game, but with the conditions and that, I think a point was positive. I think the other night I thought we played well in patches. Obviously, it's a sort of a different group, lads getting minutes. Obviously, great to see Charlie and Michael get some minutes as well. Rack's got some more minutes, Witt's got more minutes. So I think it was, obviously disappointed. I think we should, with the amount of chances we had, we should have won the game. Obviously, it's disappointed with the result, but I think there's a lot of positives to take. Especially with I think the first half was good, and obviously getting valuable minutes in lads' legs and I think protecting the ones that needed protecting. I think and I think the way they've trained today was excellent. That doesn't mean anything in terms of we've got to go and play well to win a game of football on Saturday, but I think training was excellent today, and it has been the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been really, really good. You just feel like the squad's kind of blending together a little bit better now. 18 new players into the building has been tough. I think probably tougher than we probably imagined. And I think with the expectation of last season, even with the expectation of I have on myself or I have on us to where we want to get to, probably put too much of that on ourselves and probably outside as well. I don't think there's another club in the country that's had a bigger turnover than us, and I think it does take time. But I just feel the last few weeks we've training's been excellent. The players are getting to grips with their how we want to play, and like I mentioned the other night, it's just them fine details that we need to get right now. Because every game in this league, or most games in this league, are nip and tuck really tight, and it's those moments, those finer details that usually get you over the line and win football matches. So we've done them in recent weeks, so hopefully we can continue that on Saturday.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of those training levels rising, it's also no coincidence that we've now got quite a big squad who are all training together. So you've got those players getting on each other's backs.
Absolutely. Like I think when I think early part of the season we were getting injuries and players that they come back from injuries and we're throwing them straight in at the deep end, or they're going straight into the bench. We had no wiggle room really and then we just had to sort of get through it, and it was tough. Like sort of Kano would come back and then we're throwing him back in and he breaks down again. Without swearing, no Sherlock, because do you know what I mean? That's bound to happen because we just didn't have that scope to kind of not ease him in, but give him what he needs. We desperately need him, and I think that's where we was at. Where at the minute, Kano's back training. Charlie McCann's been for the last week or so. Michael's been the last week or so, and we're kind of we can ease them back in a little bit. We can get them ready to keep them fit, hopefully. So that's been brilliant, and it's been brilliant in training. We've got a bigger group now in training as well, which just helps massively in one shape work that we can do properly now. And I know probably teams take it for granted because they've got an academy. You use them and stuff. We haven't been. We're not able to do that. So like I said last week, it's you or the kit man or the analyst or something filling in positions which isn't ideal. No disrespect to you, mate, but we're starting to. That's a positive in itself. And the other thing is now we're starting to get that kind of squad together. You've got to keep your shirt. You've got to, like I said a few weeks ago, that's football. That's what it's been for the last 100 odd years. If you've got the shirt, you try and keep it. If you're on the bench or not in the squad, etc., you're desperately trying to, when you get your opportunity to grasp it, and you can feel that in the squad at the moment. And hopefully we can, keep that momentum building. Everyone keep pushing in the right direction, and keep doing what we've done in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the recent turn of form, it's come at the same time with MJ coming back into the team. How much as a leader and also as someone who sets the tone on the pitch, speak to?
Yeah, he's been great, and I think because of that, again, he was kind of one of the ones we kind of rushed in really without too many training sessions. So I think it was a good opportunity on Tuesday to not risk him at all. Same with Charlie Raglan as well. Obviously going back to his old club, because obviously Kerr broke down in training last week. Well, it was a shocking injury really in terms of just really innocuous. So he's going to be out for 2 or 3 months. You know, we're quite light, especially with Foles and Naz out as well. We're really light in that area, so we didn't want to take any risks with those two. But no coincidence, MJ was, you know, my first sign at the football club. He's a great lad to have in and around the team, in and around the dressing room, training ground. And you know exactly what you're going to get from him. He's been outstanding for us, whether you play him in midfield or in the back three. He's been really, really good. And I think that's one of the reasons why we sort of protected him the other night, because we rushed him back in. I think it was a good opportunity to give him a rest. And hopefully we'll all fit for Saturday.
Yeah, and in terms of Oldham, obviously you faced them a couple of times in the last couple of years. So what can you tell us about that Oldham team?
Obviously, very, very good team, very well organised. They put you under pressure. 4-3-3, 4-4-2. Get the ball forward. You know, they make you defend. You know, they're really good in transition, getting in behind your defence. Good at home. You know, I've been fortunate to beat them twice in the last 2 years, so it'd be nice to make that 3 out of 3. Especially with it being on Sky. But look, we've just got to concentrate on ourselves, how well we've done the last few weeks, how much we're growing as a squad, in our shape. We're getting better and better. You know, training's been excellent lately. Players are really, really engaged, and you can just see them improving all the time. And it's a great opportunity for them to go and showcase their abilities on Saturday in front of the Sky cameras against a very good team. Obviously, Mickey's done fantastically well there. Obviously, got promoted last year with Charlie in the team. But we just concentrate on ourselves and keep doing what we've been doing lately.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.